Yes, my lord. Is there something you wish to say?
Here it comes.
One shall stand, and one shall fall.
Yeah. New kids on the block. We here making it pop. Don't care if you like it or not. Spot we want is the top. The head nerds in charge and I foresee to making things happen. If you think you heard what you thought you heard, go ahead and play that thing back. Coming out the speakers in the car in the man cave. The mother bus is about to be knocked off the airwaves. So be very afraid. Better check your gameplay. Sitting on all that and finna take away your fan base. The stage is set. Better put respect up on our name. What you get right now, you get it later. Up is the game. A steady dosage. Once you started, you can get enough. The people's chant ain't a topic we ain't finna touch. So bring your A game, cause the boys behind the mic finna do the same thing. One time for the one time, let it off like bang bang. We aiming to be the greatest. We accepting any challenge. With a snap of the finger, bringing balance. Let's make it happen. You tuned in to the place to be. You tuned in to HNIC.
Head nerds in charge.
You tuned in to the place to be. You tuned in to HNIC.
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me. The HNIC.
What it do, what it do, what it do. While we work through what we working through, hello, hi, how you doing? This is your friendly favorite neighborhood queer, LJ the Great, the goddess of the eye, coming at you live in the colors of the goddamn rainbow, as I always do. And I'm here with a very special guest, a longtime cousin, an author, a founder, a veteran. Happy Veterans Day to you, sir, even though that was a couple days ago. But still, always thank you for your service. He is such a creative mind, and he's been through the ringer. But as a result, he's been able to produce some beautiful art. And we are here to talk to him about his newest project and the Kickstarter aligned with it to support and get that thing off the ground. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get some proper introductions. I hope I did a little bit of justice with your details and whatnot. I don't want to take too much away from you, Mr. Rod Van Blake. So could you please go ahead?
Thank you so much, lovely. Yes, Rod Van Blake. I'm author of the Ancient Illumination series, which Y'all saw me 2 years ago, I believe, was my first time in these Kickstarter streets. And I'm back again with Nyumbani Chronicles. Last time it was on my science fiction kick, and now I'm on my fantasy genre now, right now, because I like Game of Thrones, I like Lord of the Rings, but we are rarely represented properly in those, so I wanted to create an alternate dimension of my own which featured these things. So that's what the Kickstarter is about. Once again, I'm working with a young brother here out of Baltimore. Jordan Pennell Jackson is the illustrator, and we are taking my novelizations and making them into comic books now.
Representation is so real. And like, I know in the last year, you know, like with House of the Dragon and with Rings of Power, I want to ask you about that later. Please don't let me forget. Okay. We've seen more brown skin, but also it's been a long time coming. So you were actually ahead of the curve when it comes to everything that came out of your brain. So I'm really, again, excited for you to be here so we can delve more into that in just a bit. Okay. So thank you for being here. Again, I know you're probably super busy with everything that you got going on, because you said you're like hither and thither, and I can imagine.
Yeah, working on our second novel now in the one series. There are 3 novels in Ancient Illumination now. You guys, with some of your fans, appreciate the viewership you guys gave me last 2 years ago. I think it was 135 backers altogether. So on my video, it's I think I misspoke. I said like 118 or something like that. 135 of y'all helped us get Ancient Illumination graphic novels off the ground. So we're back again, trying to do the same thing with the fantasy trip. The beautiful world, hopefully that people will think is a beautiful world that I created, where the Orisha rule over this world called Nyumbani, which is the alternate dimension of Ancient Illumination. And yeah, it's been a long time coming. Like I said, I loved those IP that I spoke of. And recently, like you said, with Rings of Power, there's been a big backlash from people mad at us getting like 1 or 2 little characters. Like, why are y'all so upset over 1 or 2? When we get this made, they really gonna be upset because everybody black.
When you're used to seeing your standard of beauty everywhere, to see something else which is considered to be beautiful that is different from what you might like, it can be offensive if you're immature emotionally of an individual and unaware and hypocritical. But you know, that's a whole other conversation. I have a soapbox in every color. So we actually have a video. We were trying to show it earlier, but we went ahead and worked out all the kinks. So thank you, King Kurt Live, for that. You can go ahead and run that when you're ready, and then we'll get into it.
Welcome back. We are back, and Jordan and I are back on Kickstarter, trying to bring the Nyumbani Chronicles to full illustrated life. Two years ago, you all helped us expand the world of Ancient Illumination from a literary work into a 56-page graphic novel, of which we were able to produce 2 volumes. We'll be working on volume 3 soon, but right now, we're here to talk to you about Nyumbani Chronicles, Genesis of the Chaos Master, which depicts the Orisha imbuing a kid with some powers prior to him being born.
The Orishas are looking amazing. I'm very excited for you all to see that, because we rarely see that representation of African gods. You're getting a chance to see more artwork from me and more stories from Rod as we dive into this visual retelling of Nyumbani.
So if you like fantasy, you like dragons, you like elves, you like dwarven people, you like all the things that entail a fantasy epic along the lines of Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, but with people of color and other people in them. Check us out. Hopefully you can help us bring this story to colorful life as you did 2 years ago with Ancient Illumination. Greatly appreciate all 118 of you that backed the Kickstarter in 2020. We look forward to seeing you again, this time in 2022.
Wow, those graphics blow my mind every time. Jay is such a fantastic artist, and I've seen it for years. Like, you saw it years ago and you plucked that seed and you planted it, and now he is just evolved as an artist. How do you feel about that journey that you have been able to take with him? in the
And
first place. Because like, look at this.
yeah,
That's my favorite image right there. As soon as I got all of the graphics and everything, that's the one that instantly resonated.
Guardian Falls. Yeah, Jordan is amazing. The wife actually is the one that found him. We were at a small convention. I think I told y'all this story. She saw his art and was like, I think you need to go check his stuff out. I think it would mesh well with your stories. And for a couple of years, people had been asking me to get my books illustrated, but I couldn't draw. So it was just a matter of finding someone that could, do that. And it's been great working with him. We've clicked on a major level. I've done a few talks on when a writer meets artist and trying to put your talents together with another creative mind and in the mindset of, hey, this is my baby. I've created this thing and now I'm giving someone else a chance to interpret it. But it's gone well. We have a good working relationship. We tussle sometimes over creative differences, but it always works out. And then when I listen to his reasoning or vice versa, we come to a compromise and eventually get it right. And also I like him because his style is so different from traditional comic artists. And actually, like I said, our goal right now is at 4K to get this funded. If we hit 6K, the stretch goal, I don't know if you know that Jordan has his own comic book series.
I remember him mentioning it for sure.
Yes, Eve of Insurrection, the Eve of Reformation. I think he's going to, if we get to 6,000 as a stretch goal, everybody who backs the Kickstarter for physical rewards will get Eve of Insurrection included in their package at 6K.
So his work is also being included with yours. So you guys are working hand in hand with this. You are supporting his dream and he is helping to support yours as well. It's a fantastic relationship to have. So $4,000 is the goal. You're 1,800 into this Hobbit's journey, as you probably, this hero's journey, I should say, not Hobbits, because I've met you, you're tall as shit. But you have 25 days to go. And from what I see, this is a worthy cause. And this is why HNIC Network, we like to support people of color, especially creatives of color, especially, but mostly like we believe in what you're doing. It's not just, okay, yes, you're doing the thing, I guess it'll work, whatever. Like it's literally when I see the graphics, when I read the story, when I meet the characters, like the characters have so much depth to be considered a comic book, to be, a graphic novel, if you will. Anything with a story and good characters, I am 100% into. So the fact that I'm looking like I've been able to see and witness the evolution has been incredible. So when I see other people sewing into your vision, it's inspiring as hell. So here we are, Kickstarter campaign, 25 days to go. We had 135, you said last time?
Yeah, 135 back then.
I'd like to see that exceeded. People, don't embarrass me. Don't do that. And it's not just because I'm telling you to, although yes, that too. But again, look at the graphics. Look at this, like this man with the three. Okay, can you please just explain one person to me? And this entity right here with the beard and then the extra eyes. Is it like a third eye, or are there two eyes?
That is a third eye. Yeah, that is Olarum, the sky god and creator of the Orisha, and he is talking to Shango and Oya.
He is magnificent. They're all magnificent. Don't get it twisted. But as soon as I saw his just this, who is that? So tell me what this campaign is going to do, because you said as far as your artist, he has his work as well when it comes to what is needed and where this is going to go. Let's educate the people so they know what they're investing in, because y'all better invest in it.
Basically, people that help us out and bring this campaign to life and fund it, it expands the amount of content that I have. As you know, like the more content that I have, the more that I'm able to create, because it basically gives my profit potential at events. When you see me at Comic Cons and other events, I'm able to push more and create more on my own without it. When you think about it, this is my second Kickstarter. I don't do Kickstarters all the time. I only do them every 2 years, and that's the way I want to keep it. Now, within that 2 years, when I come back, you'll see that I've expanded again. And that's what this is helping us to do, is to create more content, to give us more potential, and to keep creating. And eventually I'm going to move into other mediums. So if you like animation, if you like live action, things of those nature, the more content that I'm able to create, it's going to put me in a position to continue to move into those other mediums and then reach a wider audience. People didn't want, they want the literary novels. I have those. Some people wanted the visual representation. We have that.
Now you have both.
Yeah, to keep evolving.
Something for everyone. So in talking about your journey and the obstacles you've had to overcome in your experience, how long have you been writing?
Published the first book in 2016.
So 6, almost 7 years now. So there was a slight bit of darkness because, of course, it has to rain, although it can't rain all the time.
Yeah.
I want to ask, is it common when you are leading a project of this caliber, are you preyed upon because of the money being involved?
Definitely. There are a whole bunch of people out there that will see that you have a campaign and hit your inbox, and they will promise you things like, hey, I can boost your campaign. We can get you to 20,000. If you pay such and such, go ahead and do that. And me, the last time not knowing that was going to happen, I took one of these such individuals up on their offer, and it didn't turn out well. And you can, like, when you put the graphic up before, you can see the numbers as they go and watch them yourself. So I knew, that was the conversation. After I'd sent payment, they wanted me to confirm something, and then initially tried to upsell me, which was kind of crazy.
So just to catch everyone up, the reason why I bring up if you're preyed upon, because in this economy, inflation's a thing. Everybody wants a bag. I understand that. But that whole get the bag at any cost thing is for the birds, if you're honest, because like looking at what Rod went through, I'm sorry, you can go ahead and put the screenshot back up, because I was flabbergasted reading the actual conversations which were taking place, because I wasn't motherfucker what. I wish somebody would talk to me like that. Yeah. So what happened was Rod was confronted. He was approached, I should say. He was approached by a company who claimed to have the capacity to help him get more pledges on his Kickstarter, to get the project and the vision out to more people, and didn't explain how or why, but demanded how much upfront? $50 upfront?
It was $50, and then when I started asking for some verification of something, then they tried to upsell me to some golden package, and I was like, if I didn't get nothing at $50, what makes you think I'm kicking in more money? Either show me your work or leave me alone.
They didn't give you analytics. They didn't give you a stratagem. They didn't give you send a messenger pigeon with something, with like a pie chart or like, a graph. I like graphs. Graphs are nice. Nothing. And then was like, wait, but you can pay me more?
I had other people I advertised through that at least told me how many posts they were going to do, and then per week, and then I see results. They could have just said, hey, I posted 100 times here, and these are the impressions. You just didn't get no more brackets. And I would have accepted that at the time.
Right. So that is the danger when it comes to wanting and desiring and kind of needing the assistance of others to help back your vision. Not everybody can self-fund, and if they do, it would put them and their household and stuff in jeopardy. So that's why things like a GoFundMe, a Kickstarter are out there in the first place. But of course, the scammer's gonna scam.
Yeah.
So just be vigilant. Don't send any money. Actually, let me ask you, I'm not going to tell y'all anything. What was the lesson you learned, Mr. Van Vliet? Because I would love to know. I don't like how that man was talking to you or whoever.
That was hilarious when he threatened to come to my house at the end.
Yeah, he's like, oh, and we have your address too. So whatever issues that you might have, we can come and bring it to you, and we can have.
Yeah, I was like.
And then are you effing stupid? Excuse. Oh, and it wasn't effing in the email either. He spelt it out.
Yeah, And I was like, you can come if you want to. You ain't gonna like the results if you think you're getting a keyboard warrior.
I was vexed. I was well and truly vexed because, again, I wish a motherfucker would. Okay, I wish you would.
The lesson I learned is there are trusted you guys. I trust Nubia Mansi, a few other groups I trust to put the word out for me. And I don't need any of that. It's fool's gold. If you have a campaign or thinking about doing a campaign, I implore you, trust your gut not to do it. Go by conventional means. That get rich thinking is not going to work because that's exactly what he was trying to pull me in for more after the 50. He's going to give me 400 or whatever else the other packages where I wasn't interested.
So
keep in mind, I paid most of Nyumbani. I've already paid for that. The Kickstarter is basically to get the second
Nyumbani.
Nyumbani.
I was waiting for you to say it so I could say it and not mess up on it.
Yeah, Nyumbani means home in Swahili.
Wait, it means what in Swahili?
Home.
Home. Oh my gosh. That resonated with my spirit. I'm here for that. So we only bring up all of this bad. See, look, right? See, he spelt it. I synced it. I told you. Can you believe it? These were actual emails, y'all. I've seen the copies of the emails. This is not like, you cannot make this up. I wish you could. But this is what you have to look out for. So to bring it back into the positive, right, Alicia? To bring it back into the positive, that's just one of many hurdles I would imagine you've had to experience and endure all throughout your time. But your knowledge and your wisdom has also expanded with those experiences. And I think that's the key takeaway from all of it, because you're still here and you're still already almost halfway to your goal.
Yeah.
And when I kept seeing you say, I have proof that me and my actual supporters, we have made this happen. We have gotten all of this funding without your help. And I can prove it to you. I can source every source of income, every stream, every line of income. I know who it came from and where and what it's going to. So that's another thing, guys, to be careful of whenever you want to launch a campaign like this. Make sure you are careful. Yes, please. I know you want to do the grassroots thing and boots lace, get the money. However, be safe, because at the end of the day, this could have really turned out bad. What would have happened if they would have given him any kind of analytics and was like, oh, if you give me $500 more, I could get you more? Like, what could have happened if that would have escalated and snowballed? It would have been a whole nightmare. So do yourself a favor, do your research ahead of time, be careful, but still invest in your vision, because look, it's still happening, but you do have to do the work, right, Mr. Rod Van Blake? You got to do the work. So I'm very glad that we had you here. Do you have any advice? Are you still there? Do we still have you? Because, looks like we're having some technical difficulties. But in the meantime, the Kickstarter link is in the comments, y'all. Go and check that out. And make sure you look at Ancient Illuminati as well. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to Black authors, we don't have many of them. And the ones that we do have, oh, child, I can't tell you how many stacks of books that I have that are stacked to the ceiling, but not a lot of them are Black authors, although I've been trying to fix that as of late. So that's why the work that Mr. Rod Van Blake is doing is so important, because of the fact that he's actually out here and he's been out here doing it. It's like I said, we have seen a lot more Black and brown faces in fantasy in the last year, but that's in the last year. Mr. Van Blake has been doing this since 2016, y'all. And that's just what we have seen. That's not including his own personal stuff that didn't even make it out into the open yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we at the Head Nerds in Charge Network, HNIC Network, we like to support projects like this. We've been supporting Rod for years. I met him when I first came on, and he's an imposing figure for sure, but he has a good heart, a good soul, and his mind is fantastic. And then to see all of the skill within Jordan is also impressive. Hey, Mr. Van Blake, we got you back.
Yeah, PC crashed real quick. Sorry about that.
Her technologic. So we can go ahead and round it out. I was just trying to sing your praises until you came back. So looks like I've willed you back onto the stream. So just in time to kind of give us give us a synopsis of what you've learned, like a sentence or less, what you would tell other people who want to just get up and do it.
That's exactly, I would say, get up and do it. You can do it. No one's going to tell your story better than you can. No one's going to create your vision better than you can. I implore everybody to stop waiting on Marvel DC to do it for us.
Child.
And getting angry when things aren't done correctly.
Say that.
Everybody on this planet, I believe, has a story to tell. I think about 2% of us act on actually having that story. So that would be my word. You can do it. It's just, you got to get up and do it. Like you said, you got to do the work. You got to finish whatever it is.
Put your back into it. Not that. Okay. Well, that honestly is the chronicle and the mantra of my life at present. So that resonates a lot with me. At times you do just got to get up and just get her done. Charlie Mike at all times, at all costs. So, all right, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming in and supporting us while we get to know this new project, which is a continuation of something great that has been built up into the behemoth that it is turning into. And I am so excited to witness it. I'm not going to hold you. We're going to end so that y'all can have access to that. Support this brother and his work and Jordan's work as well. I'm so proud of the both of you for having your own works like in the flesh. It's amazing to manifest that when you it's just been in here for so long. So I'm very proud and I'm very happy for the progress that you guys are making. I will absolutely be supporting once again, of course. So
and get it done. Get this Kickstarter funded for us so we can get you Jordan's comic, as well as for everybody that does the physical rewards. We'll let you. I just appreciate everybody's help and support.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Speaking
of.
And Adley Jr., appreciate you, brother. He said he's reading Ancient Illumination.
Yes, Addison. My notes were cut off. Illumination. I'm so sorry. I know. I just remembered I screwed that up earlier, but it's okay. Ancient Illumination, y'all go and check him out. Go ahead, while we're on the topic, plug in all of your social media. We already put the Kickstarter link up once again, so go and check that out. How can people follow you and Jordan?
My website, my author website is ancientillumination.net.
Ancientillumination.net.
Ancientillumination.net. Rod Van Blake on Facebook, at Rod Van Blake, all one word, on IG, at Kison Askari, KISONASKARI, on Twitter and Twitch, and Rod Van Blake again on YouTube. Pretty much all my socials are just my name.
Brand continuity for the win.
Yeah.
And y'all, you already know who I am. I am your favorite friendly neighborhood queer. Signing out for now. You might see me here in these streets in a little bit, but you already know LJ the Great, the God, so that coming at you live now because of the goddamn rainbow. Don't forget to check out headnerdsincharge.com for all merch and your tickets for and go to patreon.com/headnerdsincharge because of your support, we are able to do things like this. Take a random Tuesday and support and uplift a fellow creative. So this is why we do what we do, people. Black creatives, support us. Go ahead, follow us on all platforms as well. Follow me, GAWDESS. Thank you, boos. And we out.
Welcome back. We are back. And Jordan and I are back on Kickstarter, trying to bring the Nyumbani Chronicles to full illustrated life. Two years ago, you all helped us expand the world of Ancient Illumination from a literary work into a 56-page graphic novel, of which we were able to produce 2 volumes. We'll be working on volume 3 soon, but right now, we're here to talk to you about Nyumbani Chronicles, Genesis of the Chaos Master, which depicts the Orisha imbuing a kid with some powers prior to him being born.
The Orishas are looking amazing. Very excited for y'all to see that because we rarely see that representation of African gods. You're getting a chance to see more artwork from me and more stories from Rod as we dive into this visual retelling of Nyumbani.
So if you like fantasy, you like dragons, you like elves, you like dwarven people, you like all the things that entail a fantasy epic along the lines of Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, but with people of color and other people in them, check us out. Hopefully you can help us bring this story to colorful life as you did 2 years ago with Ancient Illumination. Greatly appreciate all 118 of you that backed the Kickstarter in 2020. We look forward to seeing you again, this time in 2022.